And 3, 2, 1, go. You gonna join us?
Yeah.
All right. Sensei Lucas is off camera. It's gonna distract me because I can't count to 5.
I got distracted too.
Don't forget to breathe, everybody. Start out slow. I recommend starting out slow in the beginning, and then, kind of like picking up as you go. You can also jump and like extend out through your toes if you want a little more workout that way. Don't forget to breathe. Just kind of become a machine. Don't think about it. Just move. It's Aditya, sorry sir, we are 3 minutes into it. We got 3 more minutes left. So if you want to set a timer for 2 minutes past now, you can. Always gotta wear the heavy gi. Always gotta wear the heavy gi. I have a summer gi.
This is my summer gi.
I'm not bragging, but I got a summer gi too. I'm just not wearing it. All right, guys, keep going. You can do it. Got about 2 minutes left, all right? It's all self-paced. Just do what you can. About a minute left. Push, push, push. Almost there, guys, almost there. time. All right, good job, everybody. High five. I know you're barely breaking a sweat, right? That's what happens is your body finally realizes, hey, I'm working out, I better start sweating. Then you stop. Listen up your arms. So Ditya, you got 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes, Ditya.
And Charlie,
It's okay.
too.
It's okay, we'll wait. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Ditya's like, I went for a 3-mile run earlier today. Gotta lose your shoulder, everybody. So, again, for those of you, what'd I say?
We did a 5-minute 5 just a few hours ago.
Oh, did you really? Oh, dang, making me look bad. So,
He's like, he knew he was going to be late, so. He knew he was gonna go.
nicely done.
Good on you, Ditya. Good on you.
Yeah. Like I said in the last class, yeah, it is a good thing to do in the morning when you wake up, before breakfast even. Get that 5-minute 5 done.
Definitely not after breakfast.
Not right after breakfast. I don't really eat breakfast anymore these days. I live once in a while, but
You shouldn't really do any form of exercise right after a meal. It's a bad call.
yeah. So anyway, it's it's not so bad. It's pretty hard to make the excuse that you don't have enough time. At the end, you have that sense of accomplishment, like, hey, I just did something. You know, it wasn't the hardest workout of your life, but maybe it was.
Certainly better than nothing.
If it was the hardest workout of your life, then shame on us for not giving you better workouts. Okay. So maybe stretch out your quads. So grab your foot, drive your hip forward, reach up, and switch. Ooh. How many of you are going to do the Wanshu seminar? Oh, look at that. They all have their hands up. Ah, tricked you. Got him.
Oh, you really got it, Sensei. You really got it there.
Expect to see you all there. How many of you, though, actually are going to do the Wanshu seminar after this class? Yeah? Okay, cool. I haven't forgotten, especially since Lucas reminded me earlier, we're going to do Funakoshi Wankan today. So we will do Funakoshi Wankan today. Finish that kata for those of you that, we started it last week. If you weren't here last week on Wednesday, yeah, we started that kata. Funakoshi Wankan, which is a fairly simple kata. Let me rephrase that, short kata, short in length.
Wanshu is shorter.
Wanshu is not quite, no, it's just a little longer.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a
It
little
doesn't feel like it.
short kata too. It's just a little longer. So let's go ahead and do some shadow boxing, okay, straight away, kind of continue our warm up. Let's do the five technique ladder. So start with 1 and then do 2 and then go on. So from there. So when you do this, I want you guys to try to imagine you're actually landing these shots, okay? Don't just have your arms sort of flinging out there in space. Don't just see your fist sort of hit that weird space, that blank space in front of you. Really try to imagine that you've got, put some intent behind your technique. Okay, here we go. 30 seconds, 5-minute, technique ladder. You know what I'm saying. Go. Breathe. You don't have to put a lot of power on it, although you'll kind of want to if you start to really visualize it. But stay relaxed, stay smooth. Don't forget touching somebody with a punch. Just think about touching them with that punch. That might be all you need to land correctly with the right timing. You don't have to put a ton of power behind it. But just make sure you're accurate. Make sure your hands are up. Okay. Good. Now we're going to go punching, slipping, back to punching. Okay. So we're not going to add kicks just yet. So start out with your own punches. Imagine you're being attacked. Duck underneath, slip to the side, whatever, and then go back to attacking more. All right. On your own. Go ahead and begin. Start out initiating, defend, re-engage. All right. Always imagine there's an attack coming your way at any point in time, so you're ready to quickly move. This is going to encourage you not to overcommit your punches. If I really throw my shoulder, my balance at it, it's going to be really hard to do much any kind of defense. So it's going to really encourage me to keep my balance as I'm throwing my attacks, because I know that at any given point in time I might need to switch from offensive mode back to defensive mode. So it's going to keep your techniques a little, I don't want to say the word tighter, but I will, close to your center. All right, I'm not going to find myself overextending a lot, hopefully, if I know that I might need to suddenly defend. So I'm going to keep myself more in my own center. All right, now let's go on to punches and then go into kicks from there. So it starts out with punching and then kicking, and then I always recommend figuring out a good strategy to disengage. Activate your kicks, sidestep, or shift out with a jab. But so starting out punching, going into kicking, and then disengage intelligently. Go ahead and begin if you haven't. All right, keep going. How's it looking over here? Okay, good job, guys. Let's go into kicking, then punching now, okay? So you're going to initiate with a kick and then follow some punches. A kick or two. If you want to do 2 kicks, and then get into punching, that's fine, or 1. But basically, start out kicking and then merge into punching. And in this case, we're trying to distract with our foot and then land with our hands, right? That's a tricky one. I usually talk about hiding our kicks behind our punches. Now we're kind of hiding our punches behind our kicks, right? So think about how that timing has to work for that to actually make sense. For me to show my foot and then find a punch, right? That Superman punch is a pretty good one for that. I have to have a teacher who's kata with all the Superman punches in it. So, kick, kick. All right, guys, double punches now, okay? Remember, same side, 2 punches. All right, feel your whole body twist. Make sure you're feeling your core engage. Hopefully your core is nice and warm for that 5-minute 5. Whoosh, whoosh. Keep it a little bit tight. Feel your whole body throw these punches, all right? Move around a little bit afterwards. Move around. Move around, hands are up, good footwork. Move around. You okay, Kai? Is your question there? No? All right, cool. Keep going, guys. All right, good job, guys. Now we're going to do the last one. It's going to be a self-paced blitz. So we've kind of changed it up a little bit. I want you in a guarded position where your hands are up, but your hands are up and you're moving. You're not like a statue, all right? I want your hands to be up and you're moving. You're kind of imagining an opponent in front of you, then all of a sudden, boom, you move in with that blitz. And notice how I'm not moving straight in with my eyes, my face locked on target. I'm here, I'm relaxed. I notice my opportunity, boom, 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 and I'm striking, but I'm moving off on angles. I'm trying to bail out as I'm throwing punches, okay? Go ahead and get started on that. Try to go from 0 to 100 miles an hour in 0.01 seconds. Cool, calm, and collected. To all of a sudden, fists of fury. The karate blitz. You got to cover distance, guys. A big part of this is you got to cover distance. You're not just standing in one place throwing quick punches. It's a blitz. You're coming across the room. You're going after this person. All right. All right, good job, guys. Time, relax, shake it out a little bit. Hopefully you're nice and loose now. If you have any other, stiff, like my neck is super stiff, anything you need to do, parts of your body that need further warming up, take the 30 seconds now, get your drink of water like Josh was doing, and get ready. We'll get into some Funakoshi Wankan straight away, I'd say. So, real quickly, show of hands, how many of you did not do Funakoshi Wankan with us last Wednesday? Anybody? Bueller? Kai, did you do Funakoshi Wankan with us last week? It was last Wednesday? Yeah? Okay, cool. And, Nicholas, no? Was that a negative from Nicholas? No, we did, and Stella, okay. So we have taught it in the past. If you didn't learn it last Wednesday, it might be a little bit challenging today, but we didn't get that far, one. Two, we've taught it before, and it is a very short, it might be the shortest kata I've ever learned, maybe not, but it's like one of the top 3 shortest katas I've ever learned, all right? That might not be true. I learned some really short sword katas. Sword katas, like the katana, surprisingly short. They're like chop, chop, done. I guess that makes sense, right? One sword. How many cuts do you need with an opponent? They only visualize usually 1 or 2, not all 8 opponents like we do. But in any case, Funakoshi Wankan, here we go. I'm going to demonstrate. You guys just watch this first moment. I'm going to demonstrate as far as we went the other day, and then I'll show it to you again. If you want to follow, you can. But I'll do it from this perspective for you. I'll go kind of slow. Funakoshi Wankan starts out the cross up. Cat stance. Notice my hands are bladed. They're not next to each other. They're kind of one's in front of the other. Cross, out, up, cover, clear, punch, 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 squeeze, clear, punch, 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 turn. I don't know if we went this far. I think since Lucas had you going through this piece. You had him, Lucas, to that punch, 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 right?
Yes.
The second time, just before the hammer fist and kicks?
I showed it like once or twice.
Once or twice, okay. So we didn't go any farther than that, okay? So again, pretty short cut. I'll go, if you guys want to join me, I'm going to turn around and face that direction, and we'll go nice and slow. Here we go. Funakoshi Wankan. So my right leg steps. As I cross my legs, I'm going to cross my arms. My left arm is currently furthest from me. I step out with my left leg and drop. I talked about last week how your cat stance doesn't need to have perfect posture straight up and down like a pillar, but it can actually be slightly cambered forward because I'm sitting my hips back. Other side, cross your legs, cross your arms. Right hand is furthest from me as I step out. I know I'm going slow for some of you. It's good for you. Right leg comes up. I step, I cover. I step, I clear. I step, I punch. Punch, punch. I'm going to adjust my right foot to the diagonal, and this is like a braking action here. Again, I'm in a cat stance. I clear as I step a little bit deeper into that stance. I was in a cat stance. My front leg goes from here to here, like a front stance, okay? As I do that, clear, step, punch, punch, punch. Adjust the foot, turn to your left in that case. Same kind of braking action. Step clear, step punch, punch, punch. And that was, for sure, at least as far as we went up. 1 second, guys. We lost somebody there. Okay, so how many of you feel like you've got it that far? Seeing a lot of hands come up. Griffin's like, thumbs down. Okay, fair enough. So we already have this on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is already on YouTube. So if you're not getting it, or after today you're like, I'm frustrated, we'll do this again on Wednesday for sure. So if you're not getting it today, you'll see it again on Wednesday, and you will see it on YouTube. Lucas is looking up at it right now. So let me just, I don't like to do this in Zoom classes as often. Yeah, it is on YouTube. Are there any questions? Raise your hand if you've got any questions, any technique questions up to this point. Gone through just once or twice there, looking for hands in all the wrong places. Okay, so then we'll just keep going. I know that for some of you this is your first day at it, and I understand it's a big chunk. Let me just break down this piece one more time. I think, again, it's not going to hurt anybody to go through some pieces they already know a couple more times, but this piece that comes here, that might be one of the trickiest parts of the kata, because you got to coordinate your hands doing things as your feet are doing things, and it's a little bit like one of these, right? So let's just do that again. So what I want you guys to notice is after the second one of these, my right leg comes up, I'm here. As my foot comes down, that same leg that came up just comes right back down in front of me. As that drops, my hands cover. A little closer to the camera so you can see my hand position is here, okay? So one's kind of behind my tricep, one's on this side of my face, right? On the inner side of my face. I'm not going to be here. Hit me here. So the idea is I'm covering. Oh. And then we're going to end up clearing right? That hand that was down below sweeps across, kind of like a middle block, only my hand's in the other direction. And then I step through and punch, and it's just a double punch after that. The timing of the punches is 1, 2, 3. It's not just 1, 2, 3. 1, quick pause, pop, pop, 2, 3, okay? So just try that one more time. Here, cover, clear, as I stepped, as I probably didn't see my feet. Open this angle, maybe go to diagonal, see if this messes you up. Hopefully not. Cover, as I clear, I step. As I step, I punch, and then punch, punch, okay? So hopefully that helps for those of you that haven't seen that for a while, or for anybody that was getting stuck. So we'll go from the top one more time, from beginning to that point, okay? I'll probably have you teach the last piece of it.
Sure.
In a minute. So, all right, quick coach, you walk on. Ready, pitch, cover, knee. You know what you do, Lucas? We should have you facing the camera and me facing this way.
Is that going to be too confusing?
Well, for those of them that like to watch from one perspective, those lock onto that one person, right?
I guess.
You guys with me? I cleared. Not right now. That's terrible. That's terrible. I mean, okay.
Sorry, guys.
Let's try that though. I'm going to have Sensei Lucas and I are going to start out, one of us facing one way, facing the other. Whichever perspective you like to see, watch that perspective.
We'll cross over a little
And
bit.
hopefully no one's hair catches on fire. Okay.
Which side do you want to be on this one?
So I'll face away from them, you can face them. How's that?
This? I think it's you, me, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. That's making sense, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you're down with it. Everyone's all.
Or if you're just confused, just focus on one of us.
Yeah, just pick one of us. And
Best.
if you're ADD like I tend to be, you can bounce back and forth. It's a skill, really. Okay.
It's like juggling.
Yeah. Put coach one on. And Sensei Lucas and I are going to do our best to stay together. Okay. Ready, beach. Now they can't see you at all. Knee. San, up, and cover. Step, clear, step, punch, punch, punch. Adjust your front foot and turn. And step clear, step, punch, punch, punch. Adjust your foot and break. Clear and punch, punch, punch. Bonus technique, take your front leg, step back into horse stance and hammer fists. All right? So I just basically took my front leg, I brought it back and to the side, and at the same time, that punching hand, the hand that just punched, does the hammer fist.
You should be stepping to the rear,
To your right with your right leg.
kind of backwards to where you started. In case it was confusing enough.
We're getting practice on how to teach a kata via Zoom for our next class. We're teaching a kata via Zoom. A lot of kata. All right, it's okay.
It's a fancy one, though.
All right, I'm going to turn over to Sensei Lucas. He's going to show you guys the rest of this kata and get any of your questions.
Yep.
You guys doing great. Thank you. I'll be watching over here.
All right. So luckily for both of us, the last part of the kata is the easiest part.
It's true.
So let's go ahead and start at the horse stance hammer fist. So just try to bear with me here, but just pick a spot. So I'm going to be going towards the camera. So this is as if I started the kata facing this direction. Does that make sense? So I'm going to be going towards you guys, but I should be going like backwards, if that makes any sense.
Towards his embuscent.
I'm going towards my
his starting point.
Yeah,
Yes.
towards my starting point. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is have in this case, your right leg should be closest to your starting point with your right hand out, doing a hammer fist. Okay. So similar to Wankan, all right, with Funakoshi Wankan, instead of doing a kick reverse punch, or I think kick reverse punch, this time it's going to be a kick lunge punch. Okay. And you're going to do that several times. You're going to kick lunge punch, kick lunge punch, kick lunge punch. So for a total of 3 times, you're going to do kick and a lunge punch.
Kick punch,
Okay?
kick punch, kick punch. 3 times.
And then just watch this part here. I'm going to turn my foot, my front foot, I'm going to adjust. I'm going to turn towards the front and do a U punch, right, which kind of looks like this. So it's kind of like a double punch, Hadouken, fireball thing. All right, so my left hand's going to be on top. My
Just
right
like
hand's gonna be
Patsai
on
Dai,
the-
guys.
Just like Patsai Dai. Boom, that's going to be Ki. That's the back, and I'm done. Okay, so one more time.
That's the whole kata. That's the
That's
end.
the whole kata. That's everything. Okay? So go ahead and start here. Horse stance. My right hand is out. I adjust my right foot. Left leg does a snap kick. and then I step and left lunge punch. Adjust my left foot, right snap kick, right lunge punch. Adjust my right foot, left snap kick, left lunge punch. Confused yet?
Well, the adjustment is so minor. You might point that out later, but it's a very small adjustment when you do that. But yeah.
From here, my left foot is going to turn towards my right. Okay, I'm going to turn, move my right foot across, kind of like Pinan Godan. U punch, ki, just like Patsai Dai. And step back, roti stance, and finish. Fin. All right? Anybody confused? Anybody confused? All right. So that transition to that ki is very similar to Pinan Godan in that what I'm doing is, for those of you who know, well, I think, yeah, you all know, except for Joshua. So sorry, Joshua, but do your best. So what's happening is, for Pinan Godan, my right foot is adjusting. My left foot comes straight across. If you notice this line right here down the middle of the green, my foot just moves across that line. So I'm not moving my foot closer or further away from me. It's moving literally laterally across and kind of just drifting across, go from front stance facing this way to front stance facing this way. Okay, so I'm just turning 180 degrees. Same idea, right? So when I'm here, after I do that last punch, right, same thing if my foot is on this line, when I adjust, my foot doesn't change. It doesn't come closer or further from me. It just moves to the side as I shift to the front stance to do my ki. Okay, so the length of your stance should not change. It should just move. That in this case, your right foot should just move across in order to adjust for that. Okay, so let's do it again. From the horse stance, hammer fist, just like this here. Like Sensei mentioned earlier, this adjusting of the foot is a small detail, but it's pretty important for rooting. So what's going to happen is I'm going to adjust my foot, but when I adjust my foot, I don't adjust it to where it's pointing straight, but just a little off to the side. So 30 to 45 degrees angles off to the side. That way my hip can go through as I do my kick and lunge punch. Now, my right foot shouldn't have moved at all because I adjusted it before. So now when I do my next snap kick, same thing. I adjust that foot 45 degrees. I do my snap kick, do my punch. That back foot should not move at all. Okay, one more time, adjust that foot, snap kick, punch, and then adjust that left foot, point it, turn ki, boom, and you're done. Okay? And that is Funakoshi Wankan. Any questions? Any questions whatsoever about the kata? We're going to run through it one more time together.
Rich has got a question.
Oh, Rich has got a question. Yes, Mr. Brewer.
So, coming up like this, covering, see, Sensei Lucas has his fist closed, Sensei has it open.
I'm right.
The first one? Whoa. Yeah, do what Sensei does. Don't do what I do.
Well, it's what are you doing?
So, boom.
You just come down.
Oh yeah, so take your the other hand
Yeah,
on
yeah,
your face.
have
there,
it here.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, all right, yeah, do what he does.
Rich, eagle eye rich.
Yeah, I know, right? We're like this big. How can you see us?
Yeah. He's got a big TV.
I mean, maybe
You
he's
don't
got
know.
a
He
big
might have
TV, I
an
don't know.
85-inch TV.
Just the wall. The wall of the TV. Hologram. A hologram. All right, guys. Let's do it one more time together, and then you guys get time to practice on your own. How about this? We'll do one more time that section, and then we'll do the whole thing twice, and then you guys will get time to practice on your own.
And you can always watch it on YouTube if you're frustrated.
Exactly.
I know Austin's doing his other katas. That's fair, Austin. If you're feeling frustrated with it, feel free to do that.
All right. Let's start from here. Hammer fist. Right hand does hammer fist. Left kick. Left punch. Right kick. Right punch. Left kick. Left punch. 2 hops this time. Just kidding. Turn ki, and you're done. Okay? I'll let some of you do it. There you go. So really, some kind of details about this U-punch. I don't want it to be like this, where see how it's over my head. Okay? At the same time, I don't want to be leaning. So I'm going to have my posture, my posture is going to be pretty straight, and it's going to be here. So my hands should be just about the same level. They shouldn't be like one hand in front or one hand like this, right? And so Sensei's talked before about this like 2-in-1 kind of special deal kind of thing, where I'm blocking at the same time I'm striking. Same idea with this U-punch is the same idea. I'm coming in here, I'm blocking with this hand, but at the same time I'm hitting him in the face and in the solar plexus or in the groin with my other hand, so it's kind of boom, hitting that way. Okay, so that's what this is for. So kata-wise, kind of traditionally, you're going to have, you know, straight posture, but in a self-defense situation, you might be a little more hunched over this way, so this can really block and kind of deflect that. Does that make sense? Okay, so play around with that as well, but just understand that there is a difference between what it looks like in the kata and what it would look like in a real self-defense situation. All right, the whole thing now, let's do it. I'll do one facing the camera and one facing away. You can do whichever way you want. Just try to follow along with me as best you can. Okay? All right. Funakoshi one count. Ready? And ich. Knee. San. Up. Step. Clear. Punch. Punch, punch. Okay? Adjust the front foot break. Step and clear. Punch. Punch, punch.
Looking pretty good, guys.
Adjust the front foot break, step and clear, punch, punch, punch. Okay? New part, step and hammer fist. Adjust the front foot,
Slow down a little bit. That's okay. Kick, punch.
kick, punch.
Kind of hold for 1 second. Let people catch up to you.
Okay? Kick, punch. So my right foot kicks, right hand punches. And then one more, left foot kicks, left hand punches.
So you end up with your left side in front.
Yep. From there, I'm going to adjust my left foot as I turn, ki, and away. Very nice.
And you know what we can do too is I think on Wednesday we'll spend a little more time on that and go over dynamics. So you have one more rep, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll do more dynamics and make it more than just learning a pattern, but also get some specifics in dynamics. And that way, for those of you that don't actually end up getting the pattern, it's not a big deal because you're still working on body dynamics and, you know, proper movement. So that's okay.
This guy's pretty subtle, I think.
Yeah.
Especially with the stutter stuff.
Got some good nuance.
Yeah. All right, let's do it one more time, facing the rear this time for me, anyways. All right, let's do it. Fundamentally one count. Boy, pitch, step, out, knee,
That's it, Jonathan.
san, up, step, clear step, punch,
Keep going, Jonathan.
punch, punch. Okay? I'm going to go to my left, adjust my front foot as I break, step and clear, step and punch, punch, punch. Adjust my front foot, turn and break, step and clear, step and punch, punch, punch. Right foot steps, right hand hammer fist. Right foot adjusts, left kick, left punch. Left foot adjusts, right kick, right punch. Right foot adjusts, left kick, left punch. That's your last one, so you should do 3. Left foot adjusts all the way as both my hands go to my hip just like this. So it's like my left hand goes to my hip, my right hand stacks on top vertically. From there, I turn, ki, front stance, U punch. And I step back into ready stance, and you should end up on the exact same spot if you have consistent stances, roughly. Okay? Give me like a 1 to 5, how you feeling? 1 being like, I don't remember what the next move is. 5 being, got it, easy, piece of cake. All right.
A lot of high numbers there.
I don't see any 1s. I'm seeing a lot of like single ladies, you know?
Oh my goodness. What?
Just kidding, just kidding. All right, guys. Everyone started dancing. That was great. All right, guys. So you guys get another minute or so to practice on your own, and then move on here, okay? So practice on your own, Funakoshi Wankan. Play around with the timing of these, all right? And kind of figure out what feels comfortable for you. You guys know pretty much the bunkai. I know since you went over with them the bunkai for that part.
I believe I did.
My mind's all fuzzy, so I don't remember. But I think I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, I think next time we might do that. We'll get
Yeah.
the time is such that we, you know, just kind of do pattern day to day, and the next time more dynamics and bunkai.
Yep.
By the way, Austin, I'm watching your Seikyu no Tanbo. You're looking great, man. Actually, the good news is tomorrow we can even help you with your kata in person.
Yeah, that's great.
Very exciting.
So be careful, guys. I saw a little bit of this where you're like kind of alligatoring it. Your arms are kind of really far apart. So try to have it a little closer together. Just always remember kind of what you're hitting, what your targets are. So if you imagine someone's in front of you, you're hitting to the head, and then you're hitting to the solar plexus or the groin. So if your hand is like way down here, well, it's kind of a lot of space, right? So have that a little closer, and that'll be easy. It'll be easier to kind of keep your elbows tucked as well. Samed, I saw that. I see you, Samed. Samed, do you know Funakoshi Wankan? Were you there for that? No, you don't? Okay. That was a camp con a while ago.
Yeah.
Was it last year? 2 years ago?
Funakoshi Wankan?
Was it last year?
I don't remember. I thought we might have done like 2 katas in one camp because it was such a short kata. I thought we might have taught 2.
I don't think so.
Might have been one.
Might have been like
Funakoshi Wankan actually.
I was thinking it was like Chambara / Funakoshi Wankan. That's what I was thinking it
Could have been.
It probably was. Samir, stop messing with your brother. He's just trying to chill on the couch, man. He might be harassing you. But
I think it's Samed.
It's Samed's instigating it and just
think Samed started
trying
it.
to frame him. I saw that Samed walking away as you push your brother.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Still seeing some bent wrists. You're not a cat. Straight wrists. I'm watching you, Italia. I saw just a little bit like this.
thank you so much.
Thank you. Anyone having issues? Anyone have any questions coming up? If you're like, I'm not quite sure if I'm doing this right, or Vedant, let me see. Hold on, Vedant. Let me get you. Ved, what's up?
Is there only one CI kata?
Yes, sir. There's only one ki at the very end. The last move that you punch is the ki, the one and only ki.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. We can probably move on. Huh?
Yeah, sure.
All right. We'll have a little bit of time left. We did spend a lot of time on that. And I think that's enough kata for now. We're going to do more Wanshu kata. What's that say?
Funakoshi Wankan Wanshu Camp.
Oh, yeah.
I can't spell. That's okay. You spelled Wanshu correctly. And you spelled Wankan correctly.
Spelled camp wrong. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so, all right, guys. So let's do. Let's look at some shadow boxing. So what I want you guys to do right now is I want you to start to think about 3 different combinations that you do. Maybe you already have 3 various combinations, right? And it needs to be at least 3 techniques, okay? It can be 4 or 5. I wouldn't try to do 20, but not 2 either. And so they need to fit your body, your mind, all right? So I can't really tell you. I can give you some ideas. You know, basic one, jab, cross, kick, right? Jab, cross, duck, cross. Could be jab, cross, hook. I just threw a bunch of them with jab, cross, lead. You could start out, you know, we taught cross, hook, cross, right? But basically, I want you to have some pre-programmed in your mind techniques that feel right for you, okay? And what I want you to do is try to come up with 3. So right now, all you're gonna do is just spend a minute coming up, thinking to yourself, what would I do for my 3 like bread and butter combinations that I might use in a fight? And again, it needs to be at least 3 techniques, all right? Keep your guard up, think of it now. It's real self-defense oriented. You can imagine an attack and how maybe it's a big looping punch and then how you would deal with that attack. Maybe it's got an elbow in there, maybe it's got a knee in there, whatever. Or you can imagine yourself initiating the attack right off the bat. But whatever it is, I want you guys to come up with 3 different combos on your own for a moment, and then we'll see what we can do with it, okay? So you're there, you're kind of picturing, okay, what would I do? I mean, don't forget, you can knee. think about how you're maybe covering distance and how that might change the type of strikes you might use. You might start out with a long range attack, work in with a mid-range attack, and then finish with a close range attack. Okay?
Someone's attacking Stella. I don't know who it is.
Attacking Stella.
Someone's attacking. I just
Perfect.
saw a yoga
See a
ball
hand.
fly.
I saw a hand
yoga.
come out of the screen.
You should have missed it. Saw it earlier. I saw a yoga ball fly across the screen.
Is it Enya back there? Is it Enya? Is it Enya? Yes, it's Enya. Come on, Enya. Just come on out and train with us.
Stop harassing your sister and get out there and train.
Yeah. Dang. Miss having Enya in class.
I thought
Okay,
it was
so
Max. Was Max there? I don't know. Maybe it was Enya the whole time. Max wasn't there.
she gave me a thumbs up when I said Enya. So,
Yeah. But I thought Max was there in the beginning of the class. Maybe
It's actually good if you had a partner. It'd be way better for this exercise.
Stella's like, yeah, Enya, get out here.
Okay, now here's what I want you guys to do. You figured out 3 techniques, 3 combos, right? Now take your first one. Do your first combo once more. Okay? So for me, my first combo is an overhand right shovel hook, which is like coming into the liver there, like basically a hook punch, and then a grab and knee. Okay? That's my combo. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to imagine myself in front of me doing that combo. And how would I deal with that attack? All right, so now what you guys are going to do is you're going to defeat your own combo. All right? What? Yeah. So for me, that means I'm seeing this. Boom, boom, coming at me, right? So I got to figure out how would I deal with that. So I might move out and then I might just take that shot in the ribs and oh no, they're trying to catch me in the head and throw a knee. And how would I defend against that? Turns out that's hard to defend against. You might find that your combo is really easy to defend against. You might find that it's like, oh man, I got some things I need to think about. When you do this, it makes you re-engineer your own combos to make them more tight. So it's kind of hard to do over Zoom, but I'm kind of hoping you guys have good visual, good imaginations, right? So I'm here in my own mind, I'm seeing kind of myself throwing a right. And then I know that the left is coming, so I have to brace for that. And then my mind's like, oh, I'm getting grabbed in the head and kneed, right? I can imagine, maybe the first time I imagine it landing successfully. I don't like that feeling of it landing successfully on me. So I need to figure out how would I, deal with that attack, right? Here's some concepts you guys can work with. So for one, you can't, it's not gonna be like, boom, boom, I just blocked all those techniques. It's not gonna work, right? You gotta figure out, how am I gonna put myself in a competitive advantage to their second and third attack, right? If my first defense just puts me right in the way of their next offense, then maybe I don't want to be there. Maybe I want to move a different direction. And then that puts them where they have to defeat, they have to adjust their technique, right? This can stack layer upon layer. But I want you to take a minute now and just defend your own first combo. All right? Take a moment and think, there you are. I'm sure it's Aditya doing a Superman punch at himself, right? No, okay, whatever it is, right? And you're like, okay, how did it? Now you're defending, and yes, you can counterattack yourself, but first you have to deal with their initial attack. I don't know if I'm hoping that makes sense over Zoom. Can you defeat yourself? Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. I don't know.
Now, as you guys defend this, start to see if you're developing your own new combo. Is anybody starting to develop their own new combo they never thought of, right? Sort of, kind of. Maybe it's not quite as clean, but you're thinking to yourself, okay, there's that. Because you can also take the initiative, right? Your defense can also be an offense, right? It could be a movement with the strike involved. And then that changes everything, right? So this is really a mental exercise as well as a physical one. I see a lot of people standing around. I think I broke their brains, Lucas. Okay, so I'm just telling you to defeat your own techniques.
Just buffering.
This is buffering, yeah, that's what it was. And they're all moving again. So for me, I gotta see that right punch coming. Boom, I walk into it there, that's not good. Maybe I come out with the left. Boom, boom. And then, boom. I just guillotined myself. I just countered myself with a guillotine. I win. Good news, guys. You cannot lose. You win every time in this scenario. One way or another, you win. If that's all that's important to you, it shouldn't be.
Also say at the same time you also lose every time.
Quiet. More important, do you learn every time? Way more important. All right, guys. Let's do a round of sparring. Let's get that out of our heads now. Let's just do a round of sparring. Actually, I would have Sensei Lucas spar with you first.
Sure.
I'll get the timer going. Get your heart rates going one more time. This will probably be the. Oh, let's actually, you guys should do one round of Sensei Lucas. I'm looking at the clock. It's getting late. We have that next class to do.
We just do one.
But let's just do. What's that?
Just do one.
Yeah, just do one round with Sensei Lucas here, and we'll sign off after that. Punch him right in the eyeball, guys.
That's not nice.
That's not nice. Let me set the timer up. 1 minute. It's not going to have the cool sound effects. I'm using a different clock. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Go get him.
Watch out for the looping right. And the looping right. And the looping jab. Foot.
Twelve seconds.
Can't touch me.
Time.
Very nice.
All right, guys. Well,
That was fun.
good job. I hope you guys got a bit of a workout. That drill that I had you guys do just before the sparring, where you're seeing your own combo coming at you and how you might defend it. That you can really spend some time on that. That one's it's a mental exercise as well as a physical one, and you can really engineer some pretty cool things. And visualizing yourself being attacked with an intelligent attack is also a good thing to practice, right? It's one thing to go, oh, someone's attacking me with a big looping right. Oh, I got this all day long, right? But when someone's coming at an attack that you've already thought of, that's obviously you weren't thinking of some dumb attack, were you? So, so you now have to defend against that, and it's going to help your skills bump up a little bit. It's such a good exercise. Anyway, guys, I want you to have a great day. Now, hopefully I'll see you, and I want you to have a great 3 minutes, actually, because I want to see you in about, 3 or 4 minutes in the next class, all right? Yeah. And you can have a great day afterwards. Otherwise, I sent that email out with all the other news. As I mentioned, we have those T-shirts are here. And so if you ordered a T-shirt for that fundraiser and didn't get an email or didn't get it mailed to your own address, it is here at the dojo. We'll figure out a way to get those to you. You're going to have to know what size you need. We don't really have that information. Otherwise, if any questions, people are asking about the August camp. I just saw we were looking at the emails there. The August camp, we're not, so it's going to be the August 3rd to the 7th. We're not exactly sure of the curriculum for that camp. We're kind of seeing how this week's camp goes, and we might do, if it's like really successful, everybody's loving the Chambara, we might just do it again. We're always going to be tweaking the camps and making them fun, but you're all welcome to do those. Oh, and last thing, Rich, you might want to know about this. Cobra Kai, I just saw, is moved to Netflix.
No way.
Yeah, they moved it to Netflix.
Oh, I'm never watching
So, but it's not till it's season 3. Is it season 3 or 4? Whatever it's going to be is going to be on Netflix at the end of the year. They didn't have a date. They didn't have a date set. So, those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. It's the Karate Kid reboot from 30 years later, almost 40 years later. That's frightening. Okay, guys, have a great day. Hope to see you guys real soon. Thank you so much.
See you guys soon. Bye.